Clean behind this stove. Lord have mercy. This is just, so what happens is between the stove, there's a gap. And look at all of that. So I'm going to probably have to go to Home Depot and get hide the fact that I'm not wearing my bra. I don't want to scare anybody. Okay. So I'm going to line this hat. And I'm going to sew by hand. So that's what I'm going to do with these hats that I created last year. I never got to do anything with them for the holidays. Diaries. A box of tissue. You know, you get older and they tell you, oh, you got to take a shot for this and a shot for that. You're going to get SARS, Ebola, and E. coli, and pneumonia, and shingles. So you take these shots. I just took the flu shot, and this past Tuesday, I caught a terrible cold. Now, this is Thursday. I'm still dripping. I feel a little bit better. I took these whatever. I had these from last year. They're good until September 2025. But just, I hate being sick. Oh, this is horrible. Anyway, now why am I here today on my diary? Okay, I've never been in therapy, but I know that I grew up sabotaging, blocking my blessings for reasons I'll get into later. You know, having an absentee father, even though he was in the next county, we would see each other sporadically. My mother was frazzled. And I grew up thinking I had, and this is, I'm not looking for, empathy, but I grew up not having a lot of self-worth. So in today's diary, while I'm lining these hats that like I said, I did this last year. In today's diary, I'm gonna talk a little bit about getting older, and the beauty of it is self-recognition. Now, this is without therapy. This is just realizing, oh, that does make sense why I've been this way. No wonder I didn't. That kind of thing. That's what I'm going to discuss a little bit about today, okay? My backstory is so my mother was a single parent, both our fathers. My brother never knew his father. My brother was born premature, and my mother took 3 years off welfare in order to take care of him with the March of Dimes. And he's retired in transportation. I mean, he flourished. And then my father was in the next county raising my younger half sister. But my father was highly educated, an old brown Southerner, went to college, had a great government job, but he did not love my mother. And yet I would be forced to go visit him, hoping my mother would hope that he would drop a couple of dollars my way. He never acknowledged that I was his child. And I had his sister, my aunt, in my corner buying little dresses for me and everything, but I didn't have his attention. Now, when you're a woman and you have a paternal parent, you gotta be able to connect, because how do I know anything about men, not boys or not little brothers, but men, if I don't have some kind of guidance? Anyway, so it wasn't until much later in life when I started working for Homeland Security, and I'd gotten this job after being jobless, and I told my dad, I said, Dad, you work for the government, that's your thing, you're a military person. I just got this job at Homeland Security. I don't know. You got a brain, don't you? Well, you went to college, didn't you? And I mean, well, yeah, but I'm an artist. Well, see, that was the only time he ever acknowledged any kind of acceptance for me. So my entire life, I never had any black male boyfriends. Even my younger brother, he was more into himself. I never had a black male figure acknowledge me. Now, instead of going the way most women go, where you're just seeking love where you can find it, Mocha went the complete opposite. My mother raised me by example. I was to either work, go to school, or both. So I never depended on men. And as a matter of fact, I never thought that I could. Less than 10 years ago, I realized why my 20s passed me, my 30s, being an actress, being a parent, laying down with anybody, just popping out of bed, is because I did not believe that I was worthy. And I will say that the only black man in my life who ever bigged me up was my friend Coleman. Coleman is an actor. He's been doing this journalism major in college, but this guy has been hustling. And now he's on a great path, and he's getting awards, and he's got nominations. But Coleman was the only one who told me that as a writer that I'm brilliant. And the backstory is he used to direct my play readings when I wanted to be a playwright when we lived in San Francisco. Now, of course, he's a big star. He knows Oprah, so he has nothing to do with it. But that's fine. One black man who told me what a great writer I was still resonates with me. I can get over all the other stuff that happened between me and my dad. So in this video, like I said, the self-realization is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing because at least you finally recognized how screwed up you were, and you can walk away from it. But somebody somewhere said something great about you, and you gotta latch on to it, okay? All right, so until the next time, this is the Mocha Bus Pass lady and her forehead diaries. Excuse me, signing off, and I will be back soon, okay? All right, okay, bye.